Florida is one of the best states to visit if you're looking to ride a roller coaster. It's also one of the best states to go to if you like beaches, bars, or pretty much anything entertainment-wise. It's why this state gets flooded with tourists each year. Today, I want to take a look at all of Florida's coasters that I've been on and find the 10 best. Welcome to ranking Florida's best coasters. Before we begin, I want to give an honorable mention to Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at Epcot. I've heard great things about this ride, however, I've never gotten around to riding it. Maybe if someone offers to take me there, I'll go. But I just don't think riding a singular coaster, no matter how good it is worth spending what Disney's charging for their tickets. Plus, Disney adults freak me out a little bit. Alright, let's start the official list with number 10. We have Hiccup's Wing Gliders at Universal Epic Universe. This isn't even close to being an intense ride, but the theming alone makes this ride great. It's a contender for top 3 family coasters in the United States. Even if you're not a fan of How to Train Your Dragon or have no idea what it is, the theming is so well done, you'll enjoy it anyway. If you're going in blind, there's some surprise elements to this ride that'll catch you off guard. And honestly, it's awesome to have a family coaster pleasantly surprise you. The wait time for this ride will most likely be brutal, but this ride is just pure, unadulterated fun for everyone. Number 9, Pipeline at SeaWorld Orlando. When I first heard B&M was reviving the stand-up coaster, I was skeptical to say the least. But with the added gimmick of seats bouncing up and down, plus an improvement to the comfort of the trains, it made this ride leagues better than the earlier stand-up coasters. You would think a new coaster with a first-of-its-kind gimmick would play it safe with a boring layout, but thankfully, Pipeline incorporates some great elements that do a good job at showcasing the new surf coaster trains. It's a great ride all around. Number 8 is SheiKra. This ride is located at Busch Gardens Tampa and is one of, if not my favorite dive coaster out there. Mind you, I haven't been on Tormenta because they kept pushing the opening date back. SheiKra uses the dive coaster model to its full advantage, diving into man-made caves and trenches, and also features the iconic splashdown. It's up there with some of the most photogenic coasters out there, and I love how it interacts with the midway below. I also love the scenery and faux rock work they have going on around it. It's a lot better than having a coaster plopped on an empty field of grass. Number 7 is the Incredible Hulk at Universal Islands of Adventure. This is an old school B&M looper that doesn't feature floorless trains. Unlike most B&M loopers, this one features a surprisingly intense tire launch out of an inclined tunnel straight into an inversion. This ride's pretty intense, and most people will gray out at least a little bit during the beginning sequence of elements. It's not a perfectly smooth ride, but if you know how to ride it, you'll be alright. The first half of this ride is, well, incredible. It's very photogenic. I would have ranked this ride higher if it weren't for the second half. Honestly, the second half isn't that great. You basically meander around a dirt lot behind the main station building for a bit until the ride's over. And at number 6 we have Montu at Busch Gardens Tampa. This is undoubtedly my favorite inverted coaster from B&M. It's extremely intense, especially the Batwing element that you traverse around halfway through the layout. Also, this ride dives into trenches a lot. It's pretty cool. I'm not usually a huge fan of B&M inverts, but this one is an exception. It's the only one to place inside my top 50. It has a fantastic layout, great scenery, and a nice color scheme. I would say I could ride this all day, but in reality, this ride wiped me out after 3 rides on it. Just be careful. Number 5, Mako at SeaWorld Orlando. When this coaster first opened, everyone raved about it. While it doesn't get talked about as much, it's still just as good as it was when it opened. The biggest thing people seem to love about this ride is the setting, and I agree. I enjoy the lakeside setting this ride provides, and of course, it being a pre-2020 B&M, it's also fairly smooth. There's good floater on most of the hills, and this one is one of the most re-rideable coasters in Florida. It's not too intense, but just intense enough to provide a great ride experience. Number 4 is Hagrid's at Universal Islands of Adventure. I'm not saying the full name of this thing. This is probably my favorite family coaster of all time. It has everything. Airtime, punchy launches, incredible theming, great storytelling, a backwards launch, a drop track, the list goes on. There's even an interactive element towards the end of the ride where you have to push a button. I was never able to hit it in time, so I have no idea what it actually does. And this ride in particular gives insane night rides. If you've ridden this and think it's overrated, try riding it at night. Also, you can choose to sit in either the sidecar or the actual motorbike, so that's a neat touch. This ride absolutely blew me away, and it's more than a worthy replacement for Dueling Dragons. This is a must-ride at Islands of Adventure. Number 3, Stardust Racers at Epic Universe. This was my most anticipated new coaster for 2025, and it didn't disappoint. The long ride duration, the great layout, and the dueling aspect make this an incredible experience. Its theming isn't anything special, but what it does have looks fantastic. By that, I mean the landscaping is on point. It really does look like a garden. This is another relatively photogenic coaster, albeit only in certain areas. I hear this ride gives great night rides, but I left the park before dark, so I wouldn't know. What I do know is that this is one of the world's elite coasters, and if you haven't ridden it yet, it's time to start planning a trip to Epic Universe. Number 2, Velocicoaster at Islands of Adventure. This intimate masterpiece has one of the top layouts in the country. Of course, it also has top-of-the-line theming. They did this ride up in a way that makes it seem like it belongs there. Despite being relatively new, it looks like it's been there for a long time. It's incorporated into the area really well, and it being an intimate, it's packed with loads of airtime and snappy transitions that we all know and love. It features a lot of people's favorite coaster element, that being the Mosasaurus roll over the water. Super iconic moment right there. I've yet to meet a Velocicoaster hater, and I don't think I'll meet one anytime soon. And at number 1 is Iron Gwazi at Busch Gardens Tampa. This is not only my favorite coaster in Florida, but it's one of my favorite coasters of all time. It's unrelenting aggression from start to finish. Almost every element gives powerful airtime and every bank gives powerful laterals. There are 2 elements in particular that make this ride so great, one of them being the death roll, and the other one being the wave turn that somehow gives laterals and ejector at the same time. This ride is just mental, and it took a genius to come up with this layout. As an added bonus, you might also get attacked by the wasp at the top of the lift hill. Call it an added thrill. That's a wrap on Florida's top coasters. If you think I left something out, or if you'd rank this differently, let me know in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future rankings. That's all I have for today, and I'll see you in the next one.